Everyone is all a Twitter about President Donald Trump's statement that the United States is going to take over Gaza and will turn it into the Riviera of the Middle East. He did reveal a very small portion of the plan during his press conference with Israeli Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu in the White House this week. The president stated that when asked by a reporter if the current Arabs living in now destroyed Gaza, if they won't be living there any longer, then who will? Trump's answer was quite revealing. I'll paraphrase it. Arabs from across the Middle East, Israelis, Egyptians, and tourists from across Europe and the United States will come to visit and possibly live in this new imagined Gaza. While nobody except Trump and his close associates know precisely what his plans are, I think from the few remarks made by him and Netanyahu, it is safe to assume that today's Gaza will be unrecognizable from tomorrow's Gaza. If I can use the birth of Las Vegas as an example of what comes next to Gaza, how did Vegas, the Vegas we all know today, come into existence? Before it was the economic powerhouse that it is now, Vegas was nothing more than a small Nevada desert town, home to tumbleweeds and rattlesnakes, some ranchers, and a stopover for the early railroad workers in the late 19th and early 20th century. Then along comes a man in the mid-1940s, a Jewish mobster named Bugsy Siegel, who had a vision to turn this Dust Bowl into a thriving attraction for tourists and gamblers. With the help of another mobster named Meyer Lansky and some, believe it or not, Mexican cartel money, the first hotel and casino was built by Siegel, and it was known as the Flamingo. Siegel had the insight to advance his dream by inviting major talent from Hollywood and New York to come and perform at his casino. We've all heard of these now historic, famous names: Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis, George Burns, Gracie Allen, and many, many more. Vegas grew and made its initial and future investors millions of dollars over the years. If you like to see the Hollywood version of the successes and failures of Las Vegas, I highly recommend Martin Scorsese's movie Casino, which starred Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci, Sharon Stone, and the great James Woods. That is the truncated version of the birth of Las Vegas. I think we will see something similar happen in Gaza. The names and players will have changed, of course, but the end result will likely be quite similar. Trump has a vision for Gaza just as Siegel had for the wasteland in Nevada. The new mob who will invest heavily in this project isn't the mafia, not the mafia of old, but the likes of the royal family in Saudi Arabia, other nations that participated in the Abraham Accords, such as the United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, Morocco, Sudan, and those neighbors who already have a peace arrangement with Israel, such as Egypt and Jordan. Of course, once the United States puts in its large amount of front money, along with much of the equipment that will be needed to bulldoze and level the current destructive mess in Gaza, and begin the process of infrastructure renewal, all these others will jump in and make huge investments in building their brand of entertainment, hotels, casinos, security, governance, and so forth, with the United States as the main stakeholder with their Flamingo. Will this actually happen? It is certainly a great possibility. And as in all things, once human beings put their hearts, minds, energy, fortitude, and money where their mouth is, anything is possible. Wouldn't it be something if what brings stability and peace in Gaza is hotels, gambling, and greed for more wealth that makes for a time of peace? You got to give Trump kudos. He certainly knows what makes human nature tick and how to bring ultimate good out of humanity's foibles. Well, that's my view. I could be right, I could be wrong. It could happen like this, a version of this, or not at all. The future's interesting. It's going to be fun to watch what's going on in Gaza over the next couple decades. It's going to be very interesting. So I would encourage you, if you enjoy my videos to like and subscribe, and, hit that notification bell so you'll know when other videos come on. Also, my Schmooze Views, Locals community, and blogger post links are down below in the description of this video. And I would also encourage you to make your comments. I love hearing from you. I respond when I'm able to, but I certainly enjoy hearing your thoughts on all these matters and all the other things we talk about on Schmooze Views. So, and until next time, I want to wish you a hearty, hearty shalom.